very intensely active job of retrieving balls.
Yeah, some of them are also players who just aren't playing right now. So it's a way to keep warm and a way to help out your peers.
Yeah, the teams generally have an agreement, like the men's and the women's teams will retrieve balls for one another. If you've ever heard the term ball shagging, that would be the term that is used colloquially to describe the ball retrievers. And, you know, it's a very important role that is oftentimes having the value of it underestimated. If you've ever been to a game in this style of play where there isn't a ball retriever or just isn't enough ball retrievers, the game just grinds to a halt. So very important role, as important as the referee.
And shout out to the refs, too, who've had a long day being on their feet, making their voices hoarse with the calls. Whew, Biron hit right away.
Oh, and Krochak there goes and picks up the last ball. So Prairie Fire now with still 3 balls, but also having the player advantage.
Nice windmill toss there, connecting.
Yeah, Morris making the pitch that she's known for, and Sanche taking the position. I know her name is spelled Sanche, but I realize it's probably French and it's probably Sanche.
But how does she say it? That's what I want to know.
I've never heard her say it, because everyone just calls her Sanchez, but there's no Z. Oh, and Lassard caught asleep there.
Yeah, Lassard looking toward the other side of the court, so not ready for that shot as it curved into Tagger.
Yeah, I'm expecting big things from Ford again in this game. She showed really well in the last time.
And now, though, women from Quebec up to the line, not able to connect there. They have their own Ford on the right side.
Now, I've noticed that Lachance's ready position is a very common ready position amongst women, but I don't see men doing that one that often. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those areas where a lot of players have developed their own style. It's not like dodgeball has got a lot of super standard things for stuff like what your ready position is. Certainly some things that are more common than others, but there's nothing that's like clearly the best.
There just hasn't been enough actual study into it. Right, teams do what seems to work, but nobody's doing in-depth studies and getting funding to figure out objectively what the best way to do something is. The way that there has been in the larger sports from the last century. I'm sure people have studied the heck out of baseball and football and hockey, and Nathan Toombs just wiping out on the stairs there.
And Nick Ford with a good throw. Could not find her target.
Looks like Breton Ford against 3 Prairie Fire members. San Filippo taking the shot, and Crocker then following up.
And it looks like that is it.
Yeah, Morris making the connection with the guard opposite her, and then managing to get out of the way of the counter shot that was taken by Ford, and then Ford was open. And great play there from Prairie Fire. Very cerebral team. The playbook that they have is phenomenal. I would love to get my hands on it someday, but I know First likes to play those kind of close to the chest, so to speak. Those are her plays that she's made. And to be fair, those are hers to keep.
And off the rush.
Snap to Crocker.
And connecting.
Prairie Fire down to a single ball. Oh, 2 balls. I did not see the one in Collins' hand.
Yeah, and so far Lassard the only casualty.
Antoine going underneath. Prairie Fire playing like the other individual selections from Manitoba, with guards moving forward in the 2 and 5 positions, but they seem to go fluidly between 2 and 5 and 1 and 6. It's not always clear who the guarding positions are at any given time, which I think is kind of the point of their play.
Yeah, being able to mix it up, be deceptive, very important. A lot of players have no-look throws, but like we've said before, if you can mix up your dodging patterns, your plans of attack, all of that stuff.
First was able to bounce that ball off of the blocking hand off the blocking ball, and get the ball right back. It's like a reset. It's like getting to start life all over again, but with all your memories.
And we see Ford, pressure on. They're kind of making it easy for Prairie Fire to get that ball back. I want to see them challenge, but
with a player disadvantage, I think that they're just going for a more defensive play.
Yeah, which is understandable, although I have to admit, personally, I'm a fan of if you're down on players, I like to see more aggression, ideally.
I'm a big fan of the foot on the gas, so to speak.
Biron tagged out. Ford will take over that left corner. Below. Yep. Gets that second ball. And it looks like Ford was tagged out.
Trading for Crocker.
Yep.
Leaving just Brolo all by her lonesome.
Prairie Fire okay with that, considering they still have 4 after the trade.
Antoine trying to bring the team in.
And Brolo trying to be shifty, but unfortunately gets shifted off the court with those hits.
They're going to have to shift it into gear.
So a 2-0 lead for Prairie Fire. Playing pretty strong so far. They've closed out each point with 3 or more players on the court. And I'm sure Amiralys is going to be looking to pick it up a little bit. And off the rush.
Cote snapping it to Krochak. Krochak taking a shot at Ford and going wide.
Yeah, but I still see Breton knocked out. So once again, unfortunately, Amiralys starting a player down. Prairie Fire gonna set up on offense with 4 balls. You see that windmill get blocked this time. Jobin Ross. Good reactions. And also good defensive play there from Prairie Fire. And I like the active play from the women out of Quebec. Whoop. I think that ball got away a little bit from Morris. Popped out of her hand as she let go of the windmill.
You can see her gesturing to her teammate. I don't know what happened there.
I mean, those happen sometimes.
Yep. I mean, that's the gesture she was making, saying, well, I don't know what happened. Sorry. Yeah, they do. Balls get sweaty, or sometimes they get chalk on them.
No chalk in this tournament, though. I'm pretty sure you are not allowed to put anything like that on your hands.
I've seen a lot of chalk on people's hands, I'm pretty sure. I think it has to be liquid chalk, though. I don't think you're allowed to use powdered chalk, but I could be completely wrong on this subject.
Oh, we can double check that.
Just remember seeing the back of Dalton McKenzie's hands, and they were just white.
The liquid chalk, not nearly as messy. I think, honestly, sometimes the prohibition against powdered chalk is just how messy it is.
Oh, I completely agree. It causes lots of issues with venues because oftentimes players don't clean up after themselves or don't even realize they made a mess.
Below there, connecting on a shot, and now Amiralys with an edge, but they just lost 1 player there.
Fleck just handing me a Nutrigrain bar. Shout out.
Breton gets knocked out. Prairie Fire, though, with 4 balls still.
Morris ready for the block after taking that shot, and her shot does connect, but leaving just Morris and Krochak left.
They're in control, very loud at the line. But, yeah, Krochak knocked out. Below connecting on some of those shots now. And she's found her footing in this match. Good low defensive play. And there's the windmill connecting on LaChance. And this time, didn't find the mark with that second one. 2-on-1. Amiralys looking to get themselves on the board. So we are getting close to the end of the first half. And Grolot knocked out 1-on-1.
You can hear Prairie Fire just going nuts on the sideline.
Like Jobin Ross has learned how to block that windmill shot. He's blocked quite a few of them in this set.
Now, I have seen J.C. Morris throw overhand a few times. It is a odd-looking shot, though. It's kind of like a sidearm quick release.
She converts it. Against tough odds, Prairie Fire showing great composure, good accuracy there, especially from Morris.
Yeah, Jobin Ross clearly a little bit rattled by that last round there. A quick little team huddle there to get everybody back in order. Looks like Brolo and Ford will be taking the opening rush.
Now Jobin Ross had blocked quite a few of the windmills, but did finally get tagged. Obviously, you let those good throwers get on you enough times, they're going to connect. But here we go again. I believe this will be the last point of the first half. Sanch with the throw. It's popped up on the block. And Amiralys will head to offense. 5 balls strong. They take out Morris this time. I feel like that's a wise choice with how well she's playing.
Krochak in that ready position. Exactly as Coach Vic said. Knees kissing, looking for the catch. Crocker with a lucky down to the block just in time as she's looking to pass off to her teammate when she got thrown at.
And we see 5 balls in hands for Prairie Fire, but there goes the whistle for sudden death. So they don't get a chance to use all 5 at once. So we are back to 3 balls per side, no blocking allowed. Currently, Amiralys with the extra pair of players. Going to try and convert that into their first point.
Yeah, 6 on 4.
And we just saw a hit.
Krochak gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Leaving Crocker and Sanfilippo.
And Crocker, I think, checking whether that hit her foot or hit the floor first, but it sounds like it was the foot. And Sanfilippo, veteran of the dodgeball scene, winds up, shoots, misses Polo in the corner.
Yelena Sanfilippo with solid mechanics. Great game there, too. You notice how she was threatening at whoever was going to be picking up, and she managed to stop those players from charging at her just by looking at them and wagging her arm.
We saw there Biron looking for the catch, but she couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So now down to 3 on the side of Amiralys. Lachance. I think Lachance and possibly Jobin Ross, both balls connecting. And yeah, going into the second half at least, Amiralys has gotten themselves on the board. Sure, that feels good.
3-1 is much more manageable than 4-0. It just feels better to go in 2 points down than 4, because if you're going in with all the points lost in the first half, that means you have to change up something well enough to win the entire second half. And that is a tall order. It's not impossible, but it is a much more difficult ask.
Yeah, we could see the comeback. They've played fairly well, at least in that last pair of points. So we'll see if they can build on that single point and double it, and then, you know, add a little more. This is some push-ups from one of the ball handlers on the side. I have not done any push-ups today, that is for sure.
You got to get your pump on for the photo shoot, man.
I hope there's no photo shoot. And off the rush, we see, ooh, I think that was Qualo tagged out. And the ball missing forward on the bounce, but could have hit her in the back when she wasn't prepared for it. Things did not go well, but luckily, no such dice. I'm not sure that's a saying, but that was Lessard holding down the pressure from the middle before deferring the ball over to the corners.
Nice left-handed fakes there from her. Number 113, one of the few 3-digit numbers in this event.
Yeah, that's true. That is unconventional at competitive levels. But now Prairie Fire with the advantage. Looks like they get Ford tagged out. And only 2 left for Amiralys. They approach. And I think they did get the one player on the side there. Yeah, it looks like 1 connection so far, bringing it down to 4 members of Prairie Fire. And, ooh.
Cote getting hit on the foot.
It was interesting, too. I think she was, like, I think it might have been, she would have been fine until she kind of kicked her foot out right at the end and connected with the ball.
Just booted that thing over to the side.
Lessard showing pressure.
See Antoine there looking like she's going to throw, but holding onto the ball so she can block.
Some players more aggressive, some more defensive. See a cross attempt from Lessard. And that is LaChance as well, firing, and they, now on the 2-on-2, it is winnable. See, the Prairie Fire players kind of bunched up a little, so I don't mind the fact that a shot was taken, but I'm sure Lessard wishes she'd actually hit. LaChance getting low under that ball. All the balls getting rolled over, and while she was reaching for them, you see a good alert shot taken and knocking Lessard out. LaChance now alone, fakes, and blocks that ball into her leg.
Nice shot from Antoine there, going right where it needed to.
That's some good alert player from the Prairie Fire women there. I feel like they spotted really good moments to take shots and then placed those shots really well.
They practiced a lot leading up to this event, multiple times a week. And a big part of the practice was not just going over skills and drills, it was also going over plays and watching footage of other teams, figuring plays to counter other team plays, trying to figure out what the other team's plays are. So very cerebral game for them.
Bihan has come really close on catches off those shots on the rush that hit her, but so far I don't think she's quite come down with one.
No, but she's getting close enough where you might want to think twice before throwing at her again, maybe choose a different target off the rush.
Or at least put that in a spot she doesn't have a pretty good chance at it, because at some point she's going to come down with it, I'm sure. And now, Prairie Fire, 6 players, comes up to the line. San Filippo taking the shot. And still with 3 balls, Prairie Fire back up. We see the windmill again. Morris just missing that one as it bends around her target.
Oh, what's the name of that movie where they bend the bullets? They curve a bullet.
That I don't know. Oh, looks
I
like
think it was Wanted. Reminds me of that.
And at least now we've got a 5-on-5. Prairie Fire with a ball in the hands of each player. They find forward. And now we'll see if they can continue to whittle down Amiralys. That shot missing.
Lessard left unarmed, but still not targeted.
Back and forth. Prairie Fire still generally holding the 3 balls, which means they are tending to be the ones with the advantage. And it's like Morris connecting there. And a stray ball from court 2 coming on the court. Everybody putting up a hand to say, yep, get rid of that before we pick up the play again.
I have a theory on why Lessard wears 113.
Tell me more.
LaChance wears 13, and I bet you that Lessard also wanted 13.
It could be. It could be.
A lot of people like the number 13.
Not me. I am triskaidekaphobic.
You won't live on the 13th floor of an apartment building?
I mean, they're always named the 14th floor anyway, so it's fine.
Unless you're in a government building.
One of the few things the government might do right.
Yeah, the at least Manitoba Housing in Manitoba puts apartment number 13, and they don't. I think it has something to do with being secular.
Well, now we see Amiralys with 4 balls. They're going to want at least one of them to hit with the 4 players remaining on Prairie Fire.
Morris threatening the underhand shot.
Well, she's pretty fearless about just threatening to let it go. Taking that big step forward each time to make sure you believe that she might. And that time she does. But it is blocked by, I believe that's Tremblay. Just kind of tucking her head down behind her blocking ball. And they're in the exchange. Nobody hit out yet. I feel like Morris is kind of looking for another opportunity. 4 balls for Prairie Fire. That one just kind of going between targets.
You know, it occurs to me, I don't think I've actually seen Cote release a ball this game.
Maybe that's the plan. Oh.
I know that a big part of her specialty is a really fast and accurate snap, and then also she has pretty solid catching abilities that we haven't seen. She's a big fan of just dropping to the ground. She can really just absorb balls. She's hard to hit. She can be solid at catching.
Lassard double checking that she was avoided. Yeah, I think that ball went underneath her before it may have connected. Oof. Cote there. Looks like maybe the fingertips got tipped by the ball.
Krochak with a nice block.
3-on-3. Time getting a little low.
Fun fact about Kaylee Krochak, her dad, Doug Krochak, was inducted, I believe, into the Manitoba Sports Hall of Fame for his work in building the sport of lacrosse. So sports history in that family there.
We see a couple of shots towards San Filippo. Good low position to avoid that, but looks like Tremblay hit out.
Yeah, I believe Morris is the one who connected there.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
wow.
That changes things dramatically.
Yeah, LaChance coming down with a catch right after making a hit. Morris alone.
Morris just needs to survive at this point. She could run the clock. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but elects to take a shot anyway. Hits out Biron.
I was saying it earlier. The best way to run the clock is to just keep winning.
I mean, it's the best way. It's not always the easiest way, though.
For sure, but if you're trying to run a clock, oftentimes it changes the way you play, and the other team could start to catch up. But if you just keep putting the pressure on. See there? That was an overhand shot from Morris. We don't see a lot of those, but she did put it up on the board.
Yeah, Morris down 2-1 in players, but still playing with confidence.
She's going to take that shot.
LaChance with a great grab.
And her team just rushes her. They are ecstatic about that.
Good grab as she fell. Good concentration to hang on to that ball.
Prairie Fire still with a 2-point lead. If they can just run the clock on this one, getting into sudden death, they will have the game. But if Amiralys can put one more point on the board, just one, they're back in the running for winning the game.
Yeah, they will probably have to be quick. I'm not sure exactly how much time is left, but it's probably not a lot.
No, we're going into the 7th round of the game. I don't think I've seen a single game. Oh, and a nice catch from Krochak. But I don't think I've seen a single game go past 8 points in this tournament.
There was a 9-0 earlier in the men's round robin.
Oh, I did not see that.
Don't remember who it was, but yeah, a little bit gruesome, I'm sure. You see, I think, yep.
In a well-fought battle like this, we're not going to see a 9th point.
No, and I'm okay with that. Now both teams playing it a little bit slow. And yeah, I think that was Biron. Hit up high on the ponytail.
Oh, there we go. Sanche sweeping it. We actually haven't seen Sanche on the court for a while now, I noticed. Number of rounds she sat out.
Yeah, could just be part of the tactics that the team's using.
Yeah, I guess if you just find a combination that's working, or if she needs a break. Plenty of reasons.
Colo there taking the middle, playing aggressive, drawing in some balls. Sanche with a block. Colo lets go. And I'm not sure if she got hit there. That was 2 shots real close, but
I don't think she did.
Yeah.
And it goes into sudden death. So this game is going to be locked down for Manitoba. Prairie Fire will be taking the victory here, either 5-2 or 4-3.
And I'm sure Amiralys wants to make that look as good as they can by finishing this off. They did win the sudden death in the first half.
Oh, and a trade between, oh, wow, and then a hit. They have just brought this round to bear, that's for sure.
Nick Ford with the catch. She did get tagged out there, but hey, made the catch beforehand. I'm sure she's not unhappy.
Well worth it.
Yeah, they grabbed Sanche as well. And that ball not quite squeezed, and yeah, Amiralys makes it 4-3. Hard-fought game. They were a little slow to start, but they picked it up by the end there.
A win's a win. And you know what? A loss by a single point is nothing to be ashamed of. That just means you played a really